Has WWE recast El Grande Americano? A WWE tag team is out of action, and TNA makes a major change to the main event of Slammiversary. Stay tuned for all the wrestling news. Now, you may have seen on last night's Raw, El Grande Americano looked ever so slightly taller than he has been in the past few months.
He looks exactly the same. What are you talking about?
He looks ever so slightly.
Defo.
He looked slightly more, perhaps, German? Maybe?
No, he's El Grande Americano.
Well, Chad Gable announced that he was injured. We've known this. We've known that Gable has been suffering from an injury. He's had his elbow all tied up, as has El Grande Americano. Maybe
sympathy pains.
Sympathy, of course. Well, he's taken some time off. But later in the show, we saw Americano, and he made his return in the backstage segment with American Made, and he did look...
Looked great, didn't he?
He looked in incredible condition.
Arms all healed up. He's ready to
healed
go.
up. Looked like he was maybe stood on a stool because he was slightly taller. We don't, of course, know the real identity of El Grande Americano, but PW Insider and Fightful have put some theories out there, reports out there, that Ludwig Kaiser is now under the mask. Now, he hasn't been seen on WWE TV since May. He's had some time off, and it looks like this is the person that could be taking the mantle.
Yeah, to pull back the veneer of kayfabe just a little bit and reveal the fruit corner of truth. And it is looking like this is how Ludwig Kaiser makes his return. We haven't seen him, as you say, since May. He was brought up in that weird worky shooty promo with Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton.
Yes, he was, yeah.
And then he was almost like he was just ostracized for some time as a result. But this is a very intriguing development that we saw on Raw, because we did speculate what would become of El Grande Americano, the Speed Champion.
The Speed Champion. So does this mean that Kaiser, under the mask of Americano, is now the Speed Champion? Are they going to acknowledge on screen? Ooh. I wonder if they're going to play that storyline with it.
It just means El Grande Americano is still the
Speed Champion. I'm intrigued to see whether the GMs, or like if Kevin Owens was on screen, whether he would be the one being like, I can blatantly tell that is Ludwig. That is definitely not Chad Gable under the mask.
I hope they have some fun with it and kind of nudge and wink to it, where you have some people that are like, hey, he looks a bit different. No, what are you talking about? He looks better than ever. He's healed.
You just know that Wade Barrett's going to be like, he looks absolutely the same. He's the best.
He looks
fantastic. Well, there was also some more injuries in the WWE just now, because the new Cash Republic, or as their entrance music says it, is New Cash Republic. They're out with an injury as well. The team hasn't wrestled since late May, similar to Kaiser. Now, Dunn and Bate last appeared on WWE TV on Main Event, beating A-Town Down Under. But they've kind of gone missing ever since then.
Yeah.
Now, Brian Alvarez, Wrestling Observer Live, saying both men are in fact injured on the shelf. The nature of their respective injuries is currently unknown. It's also unknown how long they're going to miss.
They were definitely backstage, because we had Mark Madden on Twitter talking about his experience backstage last night at Raw, and he talked about hanging out with Pete Dunne. So we know they're kind of in and around, but we don't know when we're going to see them back in the ring. A big loss, actually, as well, because obviously SmackDown's got a strong tag division. We talked about this
in
our first video today, how they got a strong tag division. Raw, not so much. I think Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, the West Midlands connection, would have been a wonderful addition to the Raw division, but it doesn't look as if we're going to see that anytime soon.
No, and it is a huge setback for Tyler Bate.
He's not long back, is he?
Not long back at all. He missed a lot of in-ring time with an injury this past year. He's back. It looks like then we had Pete Dunne had some time off. He became a father again, I think, and then we've had more time off now. It's a shame to see that being derailed and that tag division taking a knock because of that. It's really unfortunate. Hopefully, though, they're back in time soon.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Hopefully, we get to see them. They've got a UK tour coming up at the end of August. You kind of hope they'll be back for then.
Be nice to see them in the mix of the tag titles around the UK.
Absolutely, because whenever you go to the local countries, you've got to have the local lads. You've got to have the local lads. I'm looking forward to Evolution, though. We talked about it this morning in the first video, and we've got a little bit more information now. We talked about the Battle Royal, the one that the winner will face the winner of Io versus Rhea, or Tiffany, or whoever's the women's WWE champion at Clash in Paris. And it looks like, according to Body Slam, it's going to be Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, you called this morning. So, yeah, you certainly did in terms of a favourite for you. Stephanie Vaquer, according to bodyslam.net, is the internal favourite to win that Battle Royal. In doing so, she'll head to Clash in Paris to challenge for what would presumably be the women's world title.
So Io or Rhea.
Yeah.
Which, both of those matches are titillating.
Perfect.
Very, very exciting matches to be seeing for the women's world title. Which match would you prefer to see? Do you see Stephanie winning?
I mean, I think Stephanie very likely is a candidate to win it all.
Yeah.
And the idea of a Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky match is really strong. I know that there's also a big call for a Stephanie Vaquer Rhea Ripley second go around. We saw some nice interactions with them in that Money in the Bank ladder match that has whet the appetite. We could see that. I mean, do you know what? Whichever we get, it's going to be a strong match. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Either way, it's going to be good. Either way, Booker T is going to be Booker T on commentary or at home.
He'll be at home. Keep him at home.
Either way, it will be an exciting matchup. So it looks like that will be Stephanie Vaquer's victory next weekend. Evolution. It's a huge, massive weekend of wrestling. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Going to be good. But looking forward to some more wrestling. Slammiversary is coming up. And it looks like the main event of the show has undergone a little bit of a change. Now, it was going to be Trick Williams versus Joe Hendry. And people were going, hold on a second. Mike Santana's been on a bit of a roll.
Wait just 1 second.
Let me get things straight. Joe Hendry versus Trick Williams. It's going to be the main event of Slammiversary, but it's going to have Mike Santana.
Like he's here.
It's like he is here. Say his name and he appears. It looks like Mike Santana has been added to the match. It's now official. It's a 3-way match. Are you excited for this one?
Yeah, Santana has impressed the right people, not just the fans who watch, but also WWE higher-ups as well. He had a great bit of promo work with Trick. He had a great TNA title match against Trick recently as well. Certainly been turning heads. I love that they've thrown him in there. Does cast some doubt on whether or not we see Joe Hendry reclaim the title as quickly as we think he is. I think with them chucking Santana in there,
I don't think he's getting it back.
I don't think we're getting it back.
I don't think Joe's ever getting it back because I think he's had his run and they go, okay, you're popular. You're heading to WWE. You don't need the belt just now. Let's jump on Mike Santana while his star is rising before WWE goes, well, that Mike Santana guy's good. Let's get him in. I think this is a way to have the belt taken off a Trick, keep Joe Hendry strong, and also build a star in Mike Santana because that is who you should be building TNA around right now with how good he is, how popular he is. He's a star.
You could also say they should be building around Leon Slater as well.
You're damn right.
Another one as well.
Yeah, he should be built around Leon too.
The X Division title on the line, Moose defending against Leon Slater. Doing so just a bit after North Wrestling Thunderstruck 3, which will be North Wrestling's biggest show ever and the biggest show in British wrestling this summer as well.
2 bumper weekends for Leon Slater there, but that is all we have for you just now. We might be back later on today with more wrestling news breaks, but stay tuned at cultaholic.com for all the wrestling news, and we will see you later on.